Make una come see Rufai the fire. He don't fire politicians for Nigeria. He don't fire Tinubu government. Una know wetin he talk? He said that 140% salary when they talk about when they say make they increase for the politicians. He say no be so. He said boy. He say guy. No be mama to now hear am. I will leave una now make una see Rufai the way when they dig them. If they dig their leg, they come off for ground. Make una see the way they pull their leg. No be mama to now hear this one. Now they watch me so. Share this video, make other people see her. Like it, leave your comment for the comment section. If not the first time when they come across my video, now be this. Kindly follow this video, follow this page so that anytime when I upload, you will be the first person to see it. I don't come again, no they kill us so now up. Now with this one they go. Our national anthem remains the same. Now be laba plum, laba. Make una watch it now. Now be this so not all.
Icon, please.
You see, if we want to build a country, we build it with understanding of the challenges on ground. We build it for respect for people. We build it for the capacity to understand the times. The Holy Book talks about the sons of Issachar. And it says the sons of Issachar understood the times. This measure by the revenue mobilization is a lack of understanding of the times. You should go and learn from the sons of Issachar that understood the times. We know there are laws on ground. Don't get me wrong as regards review of this. We know there are laws on ground. We know it's been 17 years since they did this. We know you are supposed to review it. But with the hardship, you see, I'm not sure that government truly understands the hardship Nigerians are facing at this point in time. Do you know how many people have lost jobs? Maybe when we take our investigative cameras on the road and you start to see the blow-by-blow accounts on the economy of all these decisions taken thus far, we'll be able to have a feel of what is going on. Because this danger of a single story, that all these decisions have favored the rich. Oh, we've removed subsidy, yes. It's subsidizing the rich, which we know. But we forget the people, the poor people that are left behind. I'm not sure they understand it. And that's why you're getting the reactions you're getting. Not at this time. I have always argued that people that go into government should go there to serve. And if they are not going there to serve, then what are they going there to do? To exploit the people? Let's be realistic. I understand all the arguments of revenue mobilization. Please don't get me wrong. I understand there's a need for periodic review, but at this time, where the country is at an all-time low, there's so much poverty in the land, desperate time call for desperate measures. Anyway, I also know it's a recommendation, because there was a recommendation put forward that has not been approved yet. But please, Mr. President, if you don't want to lose your goodwill, don't even touch it. Don't even listen to it in the first place. I beg.
Okay, let's look at the arguments put forward by the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission. They claim that the last time there was a review in the salaries of judicial and public office holders was in 2007, 16 years ago. And that in line with paragraph 32D of part 1 of the third schedule to the 1999 Constitution and sections 84 and 124 of the same Constitution, empowering the RMAFC to conduct periodic review of salaries of judicial and public office holders, that, now they think they should act. And they are recommending 114% salary increase. They also put the point out that what they have done is to increase basic salary, not allowances. But you know that the allowances are a percentage of basic salary. So saying what we have tried to recommend for increases basic salary, not allowances, is an unintelligent argument because the two go together, pari passu, as it were. Now, so if they are defending the law, the people of Nigeria have also reacted. Specifically, reactions from ASU, reactions from organized labor. And both groups are saying that this is insensitive, this is provocative. ASU says, we've been asking for better conditions of service, nobody has listened. Labor says, you have just removed fuel subsidy. Nigerians are suffering. Labor is asking for minimum wage. Nobody is talking about minimum wage. The last meeting didn't yield any result. The meeting has been postponed till Monday. A court order has reinforced an existing order that labor must keep quiet. And then in the midst of all of that, RAMC comes forward and says, we want to recommend better salaries for judicial officers and public officers. So the reaction to this will seem to be understandable. Because what the RMAFC is saying is that there will be increase in payment of salaries, right? So it will be bigger government. It will be bigger expenditure. At a time, Nigerians are saying that we need to place greater emphasis on service rather than reward, rather than remuneration, particularly for public officers. They are going to increase salary and allowances for president, vice president, governors, deputy governors, and board members who will be majorly members of APC. Nobody is talking about, in fact, the conversation is no longer about palliatives. It's about better privileges and benefits for public office holders. So the public angst that has attended this will seem to be understandable in every measure. The only caveat here is that this would have to be endorsed. There has to be an executive bill at the federal level for affected federal officers and the FCT, and at the state and local government level, there has to be a state executive bill to ratify this, and for the president to give assent, in line with the provisions in the Constitution as quoted earlier, in brief. However, our advice is that the legislature, either at the federal level or at the state level, should not be tempted to provoke Nigerians to engage in the insensitive act of including privileges and benefits for public office holders at a time when people can no longer buy airline tickets, at a time when people can no longer buy diesel, at a time when some people have resorted to trekking marathons. One of these days in Nigeria will say he wants to enter Guinness World Record, now that is a special attraction, by trekking from Nigeria to Egypt. So public office holders should not protect themselves and say that serving the Nigerian people will amount to special benefits, privileges, enjoyment for them. Government is made for the people. It's not that the people are made for government so that people will suffer, government officials will be enjoying. This is the bottom line. And President Tinubu himself should never be tempted. Should some misguided people go ahead and present an executive bill, he should never sign that bill increasing salaries into law. In fact, what we Nigerians are asking for, the reasonable people of Nigeria are asking for, is that government officials should take salary cuts. In fact, some of them should volunteer not to collect salary or benefits.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Dr.